Hello, hello, hi there. Welcome to Invitation to Hyperfixation. I'm your host, Alaura, and if you're new to this podcast, hello. This is where we deep dive into your favorite people's favorite things. From everything they obsess over, talk about, love, and adore, we will go into everything. Here's the thing. You might find something to win your next game of trivia. Today's guest is someone who understands what it means to hyperfixate down to the literal frame. He is a new producer, director who's poured his heart and soul and probably his entire Google Drive into his newest debut short film. Whether he be storyboarding at 3 a.m. or one-shotting it over and over again to feel something, he knows what it means to live, breathe, and spiritually storytell. Please welcome Josh Van Batenburg.
Wow. Oh my gosh, what a little intro. That's great. That was so I was like, oh my god, I feel like this is like a really good intro. I wonder who she's doing it for.
You.
Yeah, it's me.
Why? Literally every single time I've had a guest on, they're just like, that is about me. I'm like, you are so cool. Hype yourself up more. I'm mad.
I guess I never introed myself before. Yeah.
Okay, so
Right
we're talking today
Yeah.
about movies and production, right?
Movies and production, that is what I hyperfixate on 100% of the time.
I love this.
Annoys the heck out of my roommate. Oh my gosh.
But she's so nice, though.
She's so great.
We love her roommate.
Yeah, I do love my roommate.
I so love.
She's lovely.
Okay, so talk to me, girl. Why
Yeah.
should I care? Why is this a hyperfixation? Why is this something that you love with your whole heart and soul? What is this? Tell me. Convince me.
I would say movies is definitely my hyperfixation.
Mm-hmm.
I try to watch I tell friends this, I try to watch a movie a day,
I love that.
which is pretty wild.
Pretty insane.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I totally stole that from Tom Cruise. Anybody who clips Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise said that in an interview years and years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to do that, yeah, pretty much, and new movies too.
Yeah.
I try to watch new movies, and sometimes I'll miss a day, but
Yeah.
every other day, I'll watch a new movie.
So good.
I just love movies. It's I think movies had become kind of like my therapy.
Mm-hmm.
When I first moved out to Los Angeles,
Yeah.
I was 18.
Oh, wow.
It was back in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and the first movie I watched by myself. I had
Yeah.
never watched I would always go to the theater with my mom or dad or my friends back in Massachusetts where I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
and I was alone out in Los Angeles for the first time, and I didn't know anybody, so I just drove down to the theater and watched The Joker by
Oh,
myself,
wow.
which is a
Okay,
crazy
yeah.
movie to watch
By
when you're
yourself.
kind of feeling a little lonely
little
and by
bit.
yourself. And so that was the first movie I ever really watched by myself. But I loved it so much. It was so nice.
So
It
good.
was so great. I was sitting there in the theater, I got my little popcorn.
Aw.
It was great. Yeah.
Your letterbox must be crazy.
I have so many movies on my letterbox. I've met people that have thousands and thousands of movies though, which is I don't know. I mean, some of them are critics.
Yeah,
So
that
that's
makes
their
sense.
job is literally to watch movies. But yeah, it's pretty bizarre. I think I'm almost at 1,000 though.
That is so good.
900 something, I think. Yeah.
What are you going to do? Do you have a movie in mind to celebrate the
The
thousands?
1,000? I don't know. It's got to be something big.
It's gotta be something big.
I've never seen the really big movies. There's Gone with the Wind is
Yeah.
a huge movie, and then Casablanca is a
True.
really big one.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of huge movies that I haven't seen, so maybe I'll save those.
I love
for
that.
the really
The
big,
really
the
big
1,000
moment.
mark. Yeah.
So you have been producing and directing for a while now.
Yeah.
You just did your first short film, which
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah,
What was
yeah.
the name of that one?
Daydreaming About Love. It's a romance. It's heavy romance.
Love that.
Yeah, it was very fun.
What got you into it? Was there a movie that you watched as a kid that you were like, I want to create something like that? Or was it just...
It was, I think, rom-coms in general. I've always loved rom-coms,
Mm-hmm.
but it's funny enough, I saw it in the theater with my mom. It was Mission Impossible Ghost Protocols, the fourth movie,
Yep.
Mission Impossible 4. And I remember after the movie, and I remember it vividly too, and my mom does too, which is nice because I'm not just making up something in my head.
Yeah.
But my mom, I told her, I was like, Mom, I want to do that. I want to do what they're doing.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's kind of hard to be a spy, that's not, And it's well, no, I don't want to be a spy. I want to be a spy in a movie. I want to make movies. And I think I was 14 or no, maybe even younger. I don't know. But I was young. I was
Amazing.
it was no, 2000. I was 11. I was 11 years old.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so I knew that I wanted to do that. And so I think, I don't know, it was that summer and next summer my parents bought me a camcorder. And so I would make little short films with my next door neighbor Tyler, and we would just make short films together.
That is incredible.
About random stuff. I don't know. And,
Are they on YouTube?
No, they never made to
Just
YouTube.
personal.
Which is so. I know. I do have some. We started making at that time, skateboarding videos.
Oh,
'Cause
very cool.
He was a really good skateboarder, and
Yeah.
well, at the time.
Plus, also, Tony Hawk was huge around that
Tony
time.
was huge at that time, and massive. So we would make, skate videos. Day in the life of skate videos, or little skate movies, and then and then that led into like just just making content in general, just like YouTube videos and all that stuff. Yeah,
that is, I love that so much.
So it started when I was a little pretty young. Yeah. So it was really fun.
Was there ever a movie that you watched that you were like, just, you still resonate with that scene, or that's one that you're like, I hope that I can make a scene or a movie like this. This is the goal.
Well, there's two. There's the Interstellar scene. Which, have you seen Interstellar?
I have.
When Matthew McConaughey said crying, like that scene's like, oh my gosh, like that's like. That like I bawl my eyes out every time I watch it because it's so like, one, the acting's really good, but then the setup of like how they film the scene. Spoiler alert. But he's like, he's on the ship and he's like basically watching his son just grow up. It's so wild. Wild. Literally just like within 5-10 minutes or however long he's watching the videos for, he's like watching his son go from like being a kid to like now he's an adult with like a family and a son, and he's talking about this person dying, or your grandpa died last week. It's like, oh my gosh, this poor man is like, his life is flashing literally in
right
front
before
of
his eyes.
Yeah, I think so. That one crushes me.
Yeah, I think it's great in every aspect, like conceptually, film, acting.
Yeah, it's so great.
You said that was one of two. What was the other one?
About Time. Have you seen that one?
Oh my god!
I really really love this movie.
So good.
But I just can't watch it that often because it crushes me. Because I have a really, really strong relationship with my dad. Yeah. And it's, the movie's about, spoiler alert, but the dad, dies at the end. And so yeah, it sucks. It's super heartbreaking, but like the movie is so beautiful. And but there's that scene that you're asking about. It's him on the beach with his dad.
Oh,
that whole, I think the dad sequence when he's talking to him like in like the rec room or whatever room they're in the house, and then it goes from that room to him like being like, okay, this is my last time going back in time. I'll go back and relive this day with my dad. Crushed me. Crushing it. No, nothing else. I'll get That
is such a great movie, and I think a lot of people just think of it as a rom-com, but the relationship with his dad is just so impactful and so hurtful.
Yeah, it's
my lord.
I know, that's awful. I mean, it's not awful. I say that as
good.
It's
one of those.
I just bawl my eyes out.
It hurts in the best way because it hurts in such a realistic way that I'm like, I'm okay that I'm in pain right now.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a movie that, like, as a kid, you're like, oh my god, this is everything. I love this so much, and then you watch it back as an adult, and you're like, what was that?
Oh, that's super cool. I thought. Oh, that's a really good question. Honestly, probably. Oh no, I don't know what to answer for this one. Oh my gosh.
I did it recently. What
was your movie?
Was hyping up. I was like, I love not In Time. I do love In Time, but like I love, that's the one where they have like the number on their wrist and they like clock
with
in
Justin
with like
Timberlake.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Island. I got a friend to watch it with me, and I was like, oh my goodness, I love this movie. The concept is so amazing.
What's The Island about?
That's the one with the same girl that plays Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
Okay.
And I forget the other guy. He's really big. It's a Michael Bay film. I didn't know it was a Michael Bay film. And I was like, oh, it's spoilers is that they are all on an island. Yeah. And if you get the lottery number, you get to go off the island. But turns out it's basically just a human factory. If you pay high enough insurance, you basically get a clone of yourself that when something happens to you in the real world, you get a person, and that's your perfect match because it is you. So any oh my gosh, transplants you got, even people are using it for kids, people are using it as body doubles, but they don't know that they're that. So conceptually, amazing. Yeah. I love the concept. I forgot about how much. I did not remember that there was so many gun scenes and so many explosions how much action there was? And so many that were so unnecessary. Really? And I remember hyping this up.
Michael Bay's big action guy.
I just didn't know. Yeah. So I'm hyping this up to this person. I'm like, oh, I love this film. And then we watched it again, and I was like,
that's really funny. Oh, that's definitely happened. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what's the movie? It was I forget. I literally I was thinking about what was the movie? I can't remember. I really can't remember. But I'm sure that there's absolutely a movie.
As a kid, I'm like, oh my god. My question for you then would be, are you script first and writing around this script and getting so involved in this script? Are you I can see these scenes in my head and I can see how I would film them and I can see what I want, I know direction wise, which tends to go for you first? Because I'm not sure if they're is a way where
Yeah.
there's no script, but you're like, I know how I want it to feel.
I think with writing's a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm in love with now. Like I think, and I really only started January of 2024, so last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is wild.
Insane.
I had written like a few scripts before then,
Mhm.
like whether it was in high school or one in college, or I tried, writing a script in 2023 and
Yeah.
just, like just random stuff. But I really sat down and was like, all right, I'm gonna write a script this year. Let's do it. And I wrote. It was like a 110-page like rom-com, like coming of age. It
Amazing.
was about like my high school friends, and I finished it. I went back to like correct it and change some scenes and really edited it a lot. And I was like, okay, I wrote a script. I wrote like my first feature.
Mhm.
Heck yeah, right on.
Amazing. What was it
And,
called?
It's Senior Assassin.
Oh, that's good. That's a good name.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It's about just a quick synopsis.
Yeah,
It's like,
please.
I don't know if you guys have this in Australia, but
Tell me.
so it takes place senior in high school,
Mhm.
and at the end of the year, all the seniors, and apparently a bunch of people do this. I didn't know this
Okay.
until I was reading it and telling people about it. And
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, I did that in my high school." But at the end of the year, maybe like 2 months left before graduation, all the seniors, a pool of seniors will get together, and they'll start this game called Senior Assassin, or they'll
Okay.
call it different names, and you basically get like a person's name, and you have to get them out. In
Oh,
any
wow.
sort of way. So whether you shoot them with a Nerf gun, you shoot them with like, they get them out like with like a squirt gun, or
Uh-huh.
you throw a balloon at them, water
Okay.
bottle balloon or water balloon. And so that's kind of what, it was about. Like it
this
was just
happens-
like about like, it was like the seniors end of the year, the Senior Assassin thing, and then some like, just like romance, like, cuteness
That is
happens.
so
Yeah.
fun.
It was
does
so,
that
it was
happen
so
on
much
one
fun.
day, or is that like over the
happens
span of
throughout-
2 months?
It happens, I don't know.
We don't have this.
You don't have it.
Or at least I didn't have it in my school.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's big over here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Because I know I had some friends that did it in like Alabama and
Oh,
like
amazing.
California, and I was like, oh
Okay.
my gosh, I guess it's big everywhere. But yeah, no, it happens over the span of maybe just like the last month, I think.
Yeah.
Because like it was really only, I think it was like 50 or 60, because there was 130 kids that graduated. I had a small high school.
Yes,
Was that you did it?
Like
Yeah.
I think I had less than.
I know
think
friends
I
who-
had like 50
Oh
in
my
my
gosh,
graduating
really?
year.
Oh my Lord, yeah,
tiny. I'm
that's
from
tiny.
a tiny town.
I know kids, like our friends here in
Yeah.
Los Angeles had a class of 800.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's bizarre.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because
What?
California's freaking, or LA
Oh,
is
you're right.
huge. Yeah.
I remember the first time I found out like some kids went to like schools that had pools. I was like,
Yeah, I never had a
that's
pool.
crazy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what do you mean? Like,
Yeah, what do you like? That's you mean the community center, like the
yeah,
local
I was
town
like,
community center.
we
Yeah.
went down, like, we'd take a bus. What are you
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about? Like,
yeah, exactly. We would go to like a different
Yeah.
area. Yeah.
Just like, what do you mean you had a
Yeah.
pool? Or like, what do you mean you did know everyone in your graduating year?
Yeah,
like,
I knew everybody.
Exactly, I was like-
I could go in a room and name literally everybody in their last name, maybe
Yeah.
even their mom. I could name their mom's siblings.
Probably.
Yeah.
so just
Um,
going after the mom. You're like, I know you, but I know your mom. Like,
but yeah, no. So that's what it was about. But it was super fun,
Yeah.
and I think that's when I really like felt I was like, ooh, I really like writing just in general. But then I also love writing like rom-coms
so good.
because I don't know why I love romance so much. Like I had some people.
You're a
that-
lover boy.
I had some people
Yeah.
that learned that about me recently. That they were like, "Wow, you're like a big romance person," and like, yeah, I guess I am. I didn't really realize that until, I guess, this year. But yeah, like
Really?
majority of the scripts that I've written, probably 90% are just romance scripts.
Within the first thing
Yeah.
of meeting you, I was like, this is a lover boy right here. This is
Really?
someone who like loves with his whole heart. And it wasn't necessarily in anything other than like the way that you treat your friends and the way that you treat the people around you. There
Yeah.
was so much kindness and care there that I'm like, this is not, it doesn't even have to be romantic. It's just like, I
He's
love
like,
my
he
friend.
just like loves.
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
loves
I
with his
mean,
whole
yeah.
heart. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Well, thank you.
You're
That's fun.
welcome.
Yeah, no.
Do you still have the camcorder that you recorded your first movie on? Did you
Yeah.
keep it as a...
Yeah, I do. It's in back home, Massachusetts.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's super cool.
Yeah,
I know, I
keep
should
it.
like use it one day, or I don't
Yeah.
know, do something with it.
If you ever do a scene where it's like those ones where it's like the wife is dead or something like that, and they're like watching the old footage,
Oh, it's
and
on
it's just
that. Oh my gosh,
footage
it's
from your
terrifying.
camcorder that you're like Damn.
That'd be so cool to use that. Oh my gosh, or just like any childhood memory stuff.
Yeah. doing like a throwback into like everything that's happened in that person's life, and it's just you like on your skateboard like doing your cool stuff.
Oh my gosh, if I stepped on a skateboard again, I'd break my legs or
No.
neck or whatever.
When you're editing, because I assume that you do a lot, like I know that you have some very talented friends. We've spoken to a couple of them, but
Yeah.
when do you edit, or is there anything in the production that you're like, this is what I am hyperfixating on? It's lighting, it's film, it's script. Like, what are you?
I think the thing that I think about, so like if I'm, let's say like when I was writing Daydreaming,
Yes.
which is the short,
So
the
good.
short that I made, and it's going through the festival route right now.
It's going through the festival
route. Very excited about. But when I was writing that, I come from an editing background.
Yeah.
Like I've always edited all like whether it was my YouTube videos growing up or even I would run the social media page along with like some other people from my high school.
That's so cool.
Yeah, which is so much fun. So I would edit a bunch in high school, and then I just learned how to edit YouTube videos and TikToks and all that stuff. And and so I knew when it like come to like making the short film, I was like, I'll probably edit this because I like editing. I don't know how to do like effects or like animation type stuff. But I mean, it's romance, it's drama. There's no effects or
Not
VFX
needed.
in it.
And if you did, I'm sure there's one of our friends who knows how to do that.
There's loads of people that we know. Yeah. But I was like, I'll probably cut in, edit this whole thing. I didn't color though. Like I had like a friend that helped me color, and I had this wonderful, my friend Shania help. She did all like the mixing, so she added like a ton of. She did all the sound effects and made sure the audio levels are great.
Oh, we love.
But yeah, so she did a beautiful job. And I had a composer on it too, which is really cool. But anyways, yeah. So back to the editing. Yeah, when I'm writing, I sometimes do think about editing.
Yep.
Just because one, it's like I think as a first time writer or if you're a first time filmmaker, when you're writing, you kind of have to think about like if you do want to make something that you're writing, like whether it's a short, web series, or even if it's a feature. Yeah. You kind of have to think about the budget a little bit just because it's like, all right, I can't write like a James Bond movie because I'm probably not going to, be able to make it. If you want to write for fun,
go ahead.
Like I wrote a James Bond script.
Yeah, just
because I just wanted to try it. Yeah, it was like
That's
I wrote.
So cool.
It was oh my god, it was a blast. I like the character was James Bond. I just wrote I was just like, let me just try to write a James Bond script.
That is so good.
I got like 40, 50 pages into it. And I stopped because I just didn't know where else to go.
Fair.
But it was cool. It was
great
fun.
creative outlet, something that you might not usually do in the rom-com sphere, and then you can take things that you've got from there and you're like, oh wait, that actually could kind of work if we switched it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Incredible.
But yeah, so writing this one, I was like, okay, I know I have to have like something in mind of where I'm going to be filming this. Yeah. And so I kind of had that in mind, and then after I was done writing and we casted, and we had like our locations, like where we're gonna do it. I think when I was talking to my friend Cliff, who is our director of photography,
incredible,
our DP, when I'm going over the shot list with him, he and I'll know what I'm gonna be editing.
Yes.
If I am creating the shot list, I'll be like, all right, we have like 5 different setups to do during this like big scene. I know how it's gonna cut. Yeah. So if I can eliminate like 1 or 2 setups just to make time shorter,
that's perfect.
Then I'll try to do that if I can. But everything how we shot, I don't think there's anything that we shot that wasn't used. Which is really nice.
That is
there was one scene that we shot, but unfortunately literally while we were shooting it, I was like, I'm not gonna use this.
Fair.
And I kind of knew it, and I think it was just I don't know, it was my first time writing a short film script that I was gonna make, and so it was a bit of the writing and just the whole vibe wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll probably cut this, and I remember telling. I didn't tell anybody this. Hopefully no one listens to this. Well, hopefully none of the people that I worked on but it wasn't that bad. But I looked over to my friend Matt, who was helping me on set, Matthew, and I looked at him and I was like, I'm not gonna use any of this. I was like, I don't know what to do right now. I got so nervous because there was 20 people there helping me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh my god. And so I think I kind of just slowly wrapped up the night, and just tried to shoot. I would start filming a scene, and they were like, "Oh, you sure you don't want to get another coverage?" I'm like, "Nah, we're good. We can go.
You're like, I know in my heart where this is going.
I was like, I know that we're gonna cut this. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
And I started to use the clips.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work.
And that's
didn't
okay.
work in the edit. Yeah.
It's good to know that you know yourself well enough to know, hey, that isn't what I need from this right now, and I'm going in a different direction. That's okay.
Yeah. So,
have you ever taken stuff from your personal life to the script?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Everything. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
So George and Olivia are the names of the characters. My middle name's George.
Oh,
and
same. We've spoken about this before. We have the same.
Did you say same?
Yeah.
Your middle name's George?
Georgia.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Really?
We've spoken about this before. We have similar initials.
Oh my gosh, have we really?
Because my brother has the same initials as you or something like that. It was something strange. Because my brother is also named Josh.
Oh my god, I don't know. My poor memory. Oh my gosh.
It was
Georgia?
Georgia.
No
way. I was supposed to be named Georgia.
No
Yeah.
way, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but George is the name of the character in the script.
Wow.
And like it's funny because I don't use George a lot, like as like, I don't
No.
say like Josh George and then my last name. But I do like the name George. Like
Beautiful
I think
name.
it's just like a very like this sounds like I'm hyping my middle name up,
You
but I'm
should be.
really not. I don't use it. But I don't know, it just sounds like a very like a king, like
It
it's I mean people
does.
Prince George, that's the
Yeah.
thing. And then but yeah, it just sounds like a very elegant name. I don't know, really classy
It
name,
does.
like George.
George.
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah, so that's his name, and then but his parents in the movie are named after my parents, Ray and Sheila, which
Oh
is
my
cool.
God.
And so they had a pretty big scene. Like the
Yeah.
mom had a good scene with like the Olivia, who's like the guy's new girlfriend, and so the mom and her had a sweet little scene, and then the dad and the son had like a really like, like a really great scene with
Yeah.
like it's like somewhat impactful. Like he had like a really long monologue,
Oh my God.
which is really cool to write.
Which
Yeah.
you've said you're really close to your dad, so that must be like
Yeah,
a really
it was
like,
really cool. It was
beautiful.
very it was it's really cool to see that like come together with like the
Yeah.
score and like the sound and like it's like, oh my gosh, wow, it's really cool.
How did it feel to have it all come together and like be able to see it? Like, were you as impacted as you might have been if you were an actor on it, or was it like I've seen the scene 20 times now? Like,
that was so true. I think when it started, I was like, all right, I'm gonna like because we had the premiere for it in LA
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, like about 2 weeks ago or maybe a week. I don't know. And yeah, I was like when we started it started playing. I was like, oh yeah, and people started clapping. I was like, oh, this is cool. People are clapping.
yeah,
And then I kind of zoned out a little bit because I was like, I've seen this so many times.
yeah,
And then I sat back, and it was like me and another director friend of mine who we were showing his movie as well. And we were just like kind of chilling back with another friend and like the host of the venue, and then we're hanging out, and then I kind of got sucked into watching it.
Yeah.
Like I was really like watching it for the
Locked
first time
in.
because I was seeing it on the big screen for the first time, bigger than like my television,
Yep.
in my living room, and I was like, whoa, like. Heck yeah! Like I thought that was great. I was like really
love
pumped with like
that.
how it came out, and I was just like watching it as a viewer, and then occasionally, I would watch like the actors or like because the actors' families showed up, and so I was like watching them watch it.
yeah.
And I like it was the coolest moment. The coolest moment was seeing Taya Miller, who's she's the actress in it. She plays Olivia. Seeing her friend like next to her, and like I saw her go like that. I was like, whoa. And then I asked her after, I was like, was Gabby crying? She goes, yeah, Gabby's crying. I was like, oh, no way. I was like, that's so cool. Because
Yes.
there's some scenes in it, like, because like the couple like gets older, like
that's
not
amazing.
physically get older,
No, but
but they go like they're it's showing this couple like 3 years to 4 years of their relationship.
Yeah.
So like just seeing them go from like not being in a relationship to now they're like at the at like a long point in their
Maturing and
relationship.
growing.
Yeah. And so seeing her reacting to those scenes,
Yeah.
was really cool.
I
It was
love
very,
that.
very fun. Yeah.
How was the crowd's reaction like to like you just said that you got to see Gabby crying and things like that? Did your parents come out? Were there any friends that you were like
Parents did not come out, so hopefully, there's the Boston International Film Festival coming
gonna
up
get
in
in there.
September.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it gets in there. I just started submitting like last week.
incredible?
But there was like Chase's whole family who's played George in it. Chase's whole family came out. His grandma came out.
Oh my
Like
god.
his cousins, everybody, his aunt. Like I was like, oh my gosh,
That's
the whole
amazing.
family came out. Yeah, so that was a blast. And then there was like pretty much like all of my friend group here in LA came, which is really cool. And I was excited because there was some people that I just started working with on like some productions out here. And I invited all of them because I love hanging out with them outside of productions and working with them. And so I was like, oh, they don't really know like what I do in like my social media life or like that I'm working on this short film. Like they've heard me talk about it.
Of course.
And I really only posted a few times, but now that like we're doing the festival and I'm really trying to do a lot of marketing for it. And so when I invited them, they were like, I didn't know you made a movie. Like I was like, yeah, I made like a legit movie. Like it's just short. It's like 30 minutes, which is cool. And they're like, yeah, like you like what the heck? Like, cause I was a production assistant on set with them for like the past year, and I just got promoted to second AD.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so I've been like assistant directing with them for the past couple months. But yeah, so it was cool to see people's reactions being like, whoa, like I didn't know you made movies. I was like, yeah, this is like I really want to do this, and so I was like, yeah, really tried hard.
I love that so much. If someone was going to get into this and they were like, I just don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, what would you tell them? One, technically, and 2, let's go with the word spiritually because I can't think of anything else.
No,
like,
yeah.
Would you be like, put your whole good to see into it, or would you be like, okay,
Good to see some amazing word.
thank you.
It's such a good word.
Thank you. Or would you be like, okay, actually, like, take a moment?
Ooh, I think, I mean, if you have that, like, drive of, like, wanting to, like, you know, make movies, and you like, I really want to see what it's like working in the film industry, and, you know, yeah, like make movies, and, like, you know, make movies with your friends. Just start by, like, just writing.
Yeah.
Like, writing a script, get some sort of, like, script together, and just, like, write it, you know, just, like, because you know, like, it's tough when, you know, people like, say, you know, like, you know, here in LA, like, there would be people that would be like, hey, like, I'm a writer. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, like, can you show me your script? And they're like, well, I have, like, and they'll show me their notes, and I'm like, well, that's a bummer. But that's fine too. Like, if you have notes, that's also cool. But if you really want to do it, just write the script.
Yep.
It's gonna be garbage on a page at first.
Yep.
But, you know, that's how you start. You know, you can't start with the Shawshank Redemption.
No,
you know, like,
you have to start somewhere.
You can't Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't start with the most perfect script ever. So just write a script, get it done. You know, obviously, if you really want to make that, maybe go back and, you know, edit it, and just, you know, make sure that, you know, it's, like, grammarly correct, and it's like, makes sense, and, you know, if you actually want to make, like, a short or a web series, or even if it's a YouTube video that's going to be, you know, a bit more than, you know, whatever, like, just do it, you know, and you can do it with anything. I mean, you can do it. They filmed, like, there's a bunch of movies that have come out where they filmed them on, like, either iPhones, which is amazing. Like,
Insane.
you can make a whole movie on your iPhone.
Yep.
Which is bizarre. And or like a DSLR camera.
Yeah.
You know, like, a lot of people, like, will, you know, try to get, like, big rigs, or, like, you know, rent, like, these, like, crazy expensive cameras. And it's like, you don't have to rent, like, a crazy, like, so if you just, like, have, like, a really good idea, and, you know, and you have, like, the passion that you really want to make it, like, yeah, you can make it over the weekend with your friends, you know?
That is incredible.
Yeah. I definitely think having having friends as a support system is huge too.
Yeah.
You know, because it's definitely hard to do it alone.
Exactly.
Like, so, like, having friends there, I think, is a massive support system for sure.
100%. And you had some friends in this film,
I had plenty.
right?
Oh my gosh, we had a ton. There was, I mean, our entire crew is all friends from college. We all went to Santa Monica College together, and so
good.
Yeah, it was all of us that we were just like, I reached out to them, and I was like, hey guys, like, I really want to make this short. Never directed before, so, you know, try to trust me in that sort of thing. I think, looking back on it, I was very ambitious.
Yeah, but
because,
you gotta
like,
be.
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think we had, like, from, like, a technical point of view, we had, like, 11 different locations.
Yep.
Which is a lot.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know if that's a lot or not.
They're all pretty sporadic. I mean, for a short film, I think 11 different locations is a lot.
Fair.
But, like, but they're also spread out.
Okay.
So that was, like, you know, that was one. And then also, like, the fact that it's, like, it was 32 pages. For, like, a short, it was a lot.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the longer end for sure. Because usually if you look at a short film and you go to, like, watch short films on, like, YouTube, they're, like, anywhere between, like, even 5 minutes to, like, 15 would be, like, if you saw, like, a 15-minute, like, video, you'd be like, oh, good length of a video.
Wow,
I'll click on it and I'll sit through this. But if you saw, like, a 30-minute one, you're like, that is going to be a time commitment.
Yep.
Yeah, because it is. Like, 30 minutes is, like, not, like, you know, it's not.
I'll commit to the bit, but, like, yeah, I definitely, if I saw that on YouTube, I was like, that's like a mini movie.
That's a mini movie, yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. That's a half an episode of a Game of Thrones episode.
Exactly.
It's long.
I like that. It's like a pilot episodes for a series.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but I'm so happy we did it, because it's like, you know, we really, having it be like that length where we were able to really tell the story of, like, this couple's life, and not, like, you know, break any moments down. I mean, we already broke it down because it's technically, like, 26 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
With you know, with including credits, so it's, like, technically, like, 24 and a half.
Amazing.
But it was, like, 31 when I, like, really cut it down.
Yeah.
And then we got rid of a scene. So actually, I lied earlier. We did get rid of a scene.
Yep.
Which is, like, a 3-minute long scene. And I was thinking about, maybe I'll upload to YouTube as I get deleted scenes, because it was a really cute conversation between Tay and Chase.
I love it.
But yeah, so then that cut it down, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Because we had to get rid of that scene. Because, you know, there's you weigh your options and be like, all right, is it, because it's you know, for when you're doing festivals, it's kind of tough sometimes when you're submitting. They'll take most of the time, like 90% of the time, the festival, I don't say 90, but like
a good chunk of the time.
A good chunk of the time,
Yeah.
the festivals will take your project
Yep.
if it's like within like 10 to 12 minutes.
Yes.
And then once it gets above 15 to 20, it's like, all right.
More consideration because
like,
it needs more time.
But if it's like, you know, within like 25 minutes to like 30 minutes, it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Which like, that's like, the, you know, and I'm very proud of like what we make.
As you
I
should be.
do think what we made kicks ass and I think it's great.
I'm so excited.
But yeah, I had a friend that has done festivals to tell me like, yeah, if it's going to be like that long, you got to make it really great. And I was like, okay.
You're like,
let's
well,
do
I
this.
have something that is really great.
Yeah, and I'm very
I believe
proud
in
of
it.
Yeah.
And so do a bunch of our friends.
Yeah,
So like,
absolutely.
I love that we also have Danny and Cordelia, music wise, are in there.
Oh my gosh, so many people that we know music wise. Danny, our friend Danny Padilla's beautiful musician. He had 3 songs in it.
Incredible.
Which was so cool. Like,
Yeah.
and I didn't really know that until like earlier in January, I think is when I texted him, or maybe even February. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I texted him saying, hey, can I use like these songs? And he goes, yeah, dude, use any songs you want.
I
Which
love.
is very generous.
Very
by the way.
generous.
That is very, very difficult.
Very
I
Danny.
made a video recently, like shouting out everybody who gave me music
So
for this. Because
good.
it's really hard to get like, not only like a score
Yeah.
for a movie, like just to have like a soundtrack, but to have like actual like songs with lyrics
Yes.
is really hard because one, like, I mean, yes, there's a bunch of free songs and like you can like pay like different, you know,
Yep.
like
Streaming platforms to
different-
give
yeah,
you
to,
like
like, give you some
royalty-free
songs.
music.
but like to have like actually like songs with lyrics and that are good, like it's
Yep.
hard. So like I
And
had
that match the scene.
yeah, and that match the scene vibes was so
Yeah.
difficult. And so to have like 3 of his songs that work great, my roommate's song works beautiful.
Oh, Easy Life.
Easy Life. It's
Oh,
such a good
it's such a
song.
good
It's
song.
a great song.
I
She's
love.
a folk musician, and
So good.
and it really like I'll have to, I guess show you the scene after. It's
Please
so great.
do.
And then my other friend Alex, we had like a party scene, like a kind of like a frat party scene
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in the movie. And my friend Alex, who also has a podcast, with our
Amazing.
friend Andrew, he used to be a rapper like back in Florida.
Oh my
And
god.
so he has like probably like 10 or 12 songs where he like is a rapper on the song and has a feature or whatever. And I asked him if I could use one of the songs, and it works like really well.
That
like
is
it sounds like a
insane.
real it looks like a real movie. Like it's like because at first like I had like this other like beat just in the background, but there's no lyrics.
No.
And so like how often do you go to a frat party and they're
And
playing?
there's no lyrics.
They're playing like a non like they're playing like instrumental stuff.
Yeah, no.
never, you know. So I'm so happy he was able to gift me that song because it works really well and it makes it like, you know, brings up the production value a little
Incredible.
bit. And so yeah, it's really cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
So you have all these talented friends. You're incredibly talented yourself.
Thank you.
Can we have a little synopsis of the movie for people who haven't heard it or haven't been able to see it yet?
Yeah, absolutely. The synopsis is these 2 characters. Or it starts off with this character named George, and he's a pretty shy kid. He tries to go out of his way to meet other people, and he just has like a difficulty talking time to women, and so we see him just try to put himself out there with talking, but he always just ends up just being like he either just kind of messes it up and stumbles over his words, and then the girl's like never mind, and then we'll go on to something else, and then so we see it happen a few different times. And so you're like, oh, this poor guy. He just like, can't catch a break. He just like, he's
just a baby.
He's just a little shy. Stumbles over his words, and he just can't really get it. And so this one day he sees this girl in a coffee shop, and she's such a cliche thing. It's very cute.
I like
it.
it.
But yeah, and so he sees this girl named Olivia, and he goes up to her. He asks if he can just like. He just saw her, that, she was fun, and she wanted to sit down and just join her to have a conversation with a cup of coffee. And she said yes. And then it was really fun, like, filming that scene.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was really cool. I was trying to think of, like, how to edit that scene. I was like, okay, well, we could film them having, like, a conversation. And I wrote the conversation at first. But then I was like, oh, well, it'll be really cool to, like, time jump and have it be like almost like dark out or sunset, so you like really see like how long they've been talking.
That is cool.
Which was really
like
fun.
That.
And so it like goes from like them like chit chatting and it's like daytime, and then all of a sudden like he sits down. It's like a wide shot of like them sitting and like talking, and then it like cuts to like her like going into like asking him a question, and it's like dark out in the background.
That is
and, like,
amazing.
The cafe, you see like the cafe is like closing down, and so it's like, oh my gosh, wow, they've been talking there for 3 hours maybe. Like
that is so good.
Yeah, that was a cool like. little thing that we did to like make it seem like it just was like a long period of time.
I love those
Instead
kind of
like,
shots.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, so that was and then after that, that's kind of like the start of like their relationship. Essentially, it's like they have this like cute little coffee thing, and then they make a plan to like grab lunch the next day on campus, and then and then there's like them hanging out the next day, and then it kind of just goes from like their first date. And then from their first date, they go, to like, their second date or like, like a little hangout. And then she meets the parents, for the first time.
Ooh.
And then it shows them graduating college together. So it's like, oh my gosh, all right. So like, you see time going by. And then, they go on this like, super beautiful vacation together. Then they get their first apartment. And so you see like a lot of stuff happen. You're like, oh my gosh, yeah. And so, and more stuff happens too. I don't want to spoil it.
We don't want to spoil too much, but like.
But you see, it's like couples' life, and so.
Real life, the movie.
Real life, the movie.
I love those types.
It was super fun.
I love that so much. I'm very, very excited to watch it because
I can't wait for you to watch it.
I'm so excited.
It's
my god. Last question. I would love to know. You obviously big connoisseur of movies yourself, not just the ones that you've directed, but also I do rely on you for good movie reviews a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Also, just want to say I've been loving the series that you've been doing on Instagram and TikTok, just talking about what it takes to make a short film.
You
in your director's chair. I'm like, this is so insightful and so wonderful.
I'm so glad you like it.
I love it.
I did that like just to do some like marketing stuff for the movie, just to try to get some posts out there to support the movie. And then I was like, kind of like just doing this as like a little thing, like just sitting in the little director's chair in front of my window, has beautiful lighting coming
Such beautiful lighting.
And so I was like, oh, this is great.
It just gives you the opportunity, because there's not a lot of stuff that I would ever be a part of, but like just that understanding of what goes into it, and by someone who's so passionate about it, I'm like, this is so fun and so cool. And I feel like I'm learning. I love it. So please keep it, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this.
I need to film more of them.
Yes, please. But there's been some really great movies this year. Are there any that you're like, this is like my top movie of the year so far?
I mean, so I'm a big fan of all movies.
Yes.
Like I love my rom-coms. I love like, romance. I'm a huge coming of age movie fan.
Oh, I love them.
Love coming of age. Like Perks of Being a Wallflower. Love that movie.
So good.
It's my favorite movie ever.
So good.
But I'm like also like I grew up like, when Iron Man and like the Marvel movies started, because I was 8 years old when Iron Man came out, and I was, 8-year-olds are gonna be of course pumped about Iron Man.
So pumped.
So I was so I'm like a massive Marvel fan. So I'm really excited for Fantastic Four.
I'm too.
Psyched for Fantastic Four. I can't wait.
It's been a while since we've had a good one, because I understand that, if I'm correct, that they, in order to keep the franchise, they need to make a film every 4 years in relation to it. But this one with Pedro and just the whole cast and the way that they're marketing.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
This feels so good.
The marketing too. The marketing was so good. Like I love like the 60s vibe, which I'm assuming it's based in the 60s.
I hope so.
I think it is.
Yeah, I'm like, unless, to me, I got the same vibe. So I'm like, I'm either interpreting things really wrong or like.
I think it is. Or like, I mean, you never know with Marvel, because like they'll do this like weird timeline stuff.
They do jump a bit.
Maybe it's not based in the 60s. Maybe we find out 10 minutes in the movie that's the year 2581.
And that's come back around.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh, okay, I guess we're in the year 2581 now. Yeah. So,
I love that for us.
Marvel is tricky. But I'm pretty sure it's in the 60s.
I'm so excited for that one, because
can't wait.
I feel, for me, I've had my movie of the year, and it's Sinners.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Sinners was insane. That's a real. Well, that one's really cool, because it's like that's like a passion project almost.
Honestly, yes.
Because that's like Ryan Coogler's like, and Michael B. Jordan's too, because both of them have been working together, director and actor for
really long time.
Years. With Black Panther, because he was the villain Black Panther, and then he's Creed. The franchise is huge. And so just seeing them make that movie, and also just like, I don't know, like when I watch movies, like you can really feel when like a movie means a lot to like the person making it.
Exactly.
So like that movie had a ton of like passion and personal,
just raw emotion in that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like it was such a great movie.
I was 5 minutes after, like when everything shut down, I was like, it took me 5 minutes to start talking again, because I was overwhelmed. I'm not good with horror, and like that does have horror elements, a lot of gore.
Yeah, it has some scariness of it.
So I needed time.
You say gore?
A little bit.
There's a little bit of gore in it, yeah.
It's almost like comedic gore though, like because nothing spurts like that. But I was like,
it's like the Quentin Tarantino. Have you ever seen one of his movies?
Yeah,
where it's like the 100%. Kill Bill. It's like it's not that much blood. But
not that much, but like when there is, it's in weird ways. I was like, this definitely is to undercut it. But I was like,
Yeah. That's
But
funny.
took me 5 minutes. However, I will say this is really dumb, and you can call me out on it if you would like.
Gosh.
Okay. So the next day after watching it, I was Googling who played Michael B. Jordan's twin in
Really?
Sinners.
Like, you thought it was like an actual other
Because
person?
I was like, he did it so well that I was like, these are two completely separate people.
Yeah.
That like the way that one, Michael played it, two, Ryan shot it.
Yeah.
I was just like, these are two separate people. And then there was like, Michael B. Jordan is like Stack
Yeah,
and
just
Smoke. And I
players,
was like,
yeah. Wait, no
I
way.
felt so
I
dumb.
saw a video of somebody saying that they did that, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, really? I didn't think that was like a thing that people thought.
I was like, I felt so dumb, but they were just such polar opposites.
Honestly,
So I was like,
I asked some like pretty. I'm wait. I'm not gonna call that question dumb, but like, but I asked questions like dumb questions to like my roommate sometimes, and I'm like, oh god, now I feel like an idiot.
all the
Like,
time.
so yeah, yeah, it's pretty amazing how they shot that. Like, it's really wild. I mean, yeah, obviously. Like, I mean, I won't go into too much detail because
We don't wanna-
it's so extensive, but
Yeah.
like.
Could be here for an hour just on that.
Yeah. I mean, just on like how like the technology behind
That was
it.
used,
and
yes.
yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
Even
yeah.
like have you looked at the Spotify playlist for it? Like the official Spotify playlist?
Mhm.
And if you go to the bottom, it gives you extra information about it.
No, I haven't looked at that.
Oh
I
my
need to look at
goodness.
that.
So if you
What?
go into about or like more info,
Yeah.
it has the screenshots, which are newspaper clippings from things that happened during that time. So there's the time that Remy came over, his ship, Remick came over,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like the whole newspaper clipping from like ship arrived in harbor.
Oh my
People
gosh!
are dead.
Wow.
Smoke and Stack, it has their incident, like what got them in trouble. So
Yeah.
they're like, are you going to cause trouble? There's that whole clipping is in there, and
That's
there's a
so
third.
Cool. See, I love like
So good.
background information like that. So cool.
Just like everything, even the names for the music, every
Yeah.
single
Oh,
element of this movie.
There's so many like hidden
Right?
details and Easter eggs that like that go into what like how the movie was formed.
Yeah.
Because I have a heart attack. What the heck was that? Did you see that? That was
I
crazy.
did, and I loved every second because I'm like, this man is passionate about this. He's got too much to talk about.
I was gonna say just like how like when it goes into like I'll say like when you're writing a script and I talked about this with a person recently, but like when you're writing like the characters like try to have those like even though you'll never meet them, where did the character grow up?
Where did they
like
come
what are their
from?
parents' names? What are their parents like?
What did they? What shapes them as a person?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I really liked Taya and Chase both asked me
Yes.
like a lot of those questions because
We
if they're
love.
playing like these characters and they want to know like what's my dad's name? And I'm like, well, we never meet your dad. And she goes, no, like I
wanna
want a
know.
dad.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I
okay,
want
well,
a
frick it.
dad.
And so I learned super heavily at, like with like her and him asking like those questions, which
Yes.
is nice. And so now whenever I go in to write a script, I'll like beat board the entire script out.
Amazing.
Just like what happens in this act and then the character backgrounds and like where they're from, even freaking where they went to school, just to like really dive into it because
Yeah.
you're making like like a whole
You're making a
story.
person.
Yeah, you're making you're making a person. So that's really cool. I didn't know
is
that.
so
I have
cool.
to check that out at the
It
bottom
is
of the Spotify thing. It's
very
cool.
fun.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
blast. Oh my gosh, it's so cool.
So if people are now hyperfixated on you and they want to be able to find you places, where would they do that?
Oh my goodness! If you're hyperfixated on me, thank you so much. Instagram is where I post majority of all the content. I whether it's for like short films coming up or different productions I'm working on or just my life stuff. Josh Van Batenburg. Sorry for the long last name. It's a long Dutch last name.
Oh, good. I'll have it in the description below.
But usually like Josh VB.
Yeah,
is
Josh
like,
VB is good.
Josh VB's super easy. Josh
yeah.
4-letter word VB too easy.
We can do that. That's
Yeah,
so good. And is
Yeah.
there anything that you would like to plug or hype? You've got anything coming up that you're like, I'm really excited about this. You should be prepared.
I'm really excited for the short film
Yes.
that's coming out to festivals near people hopefully soon. There's a couple deadlines that I will know if it got in or not.
Yep.
Like literally like one's like in 3 days. And
Okay,
so I'm like I will
keep my
literally
fingers and
I will
toes
literally
crossed.
know if it got rejected or if it got accepted. So yeah, fingers crossed for all that stuff. But yeah, Daydreaming About Love is the new short film
Such a good name.
I directed last year with my two beautiful friends Chase and Taya. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. And then this new production company I just started.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's just Phoebe Productions.
And stunning.
But,
I love.
But
Great name.
it's, super easy. My friend Nova made a beautiful logo for it, so I'm
Love
happy about
Nova.
that. Nova's
Yeah.
beautiful. She's the best.
so great.
Yeah, me and her going boba around is awesome.
I love.
But yeah, I got a couple things working on the production already. We obviously have Danny's concert that we're doing, and then There's a web series I'm producing recently, coming out. Not coming out soon, but like coming out. I don't know, probably coming out in like
probably,
October.
yeah. So it'll
Like
be around this
yeah,
time.
so
So
it'll be
perfect.
so there's a web series I'm producing called Act Normal,
I love.
and then there's a short film I'm producing, and yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. But
You
yeah,
are go,
but
go, go.
I'm so I'm excited because I love. I mean, we didn't talk about too much about this, but I also love producing,
You do.
and I really like organizing and
Yeah.
doing like all the production end.
Yes.
Which I don't know. I just have a fun time like making things behind the camera. But I then also love directing, and so then I'll do the producing work and schedule everything and do all that stuff and do the whole producing job. But then like when I'm on set, like I love directing. Like, it's
Incredibly
such a
organized.
blast. Yeah,
You
I'm a
are.
very organized person.
You are, and
Yeah.
it's brings me so much joy.
Thank
I
you.
feel like our spreadsheets would be similar, and it
Yeah,
makes me so happy.
OCD, you're OCD.
A
I'm
little bit of OCD,
I'm
a
OCD,
little bit.
majorly OCD.
I'm
yeah.
a little bit of ADHD, a little bit of OCD, a
Mhm.
little bit of anxiety. All the
Yeah,
things.
all of the above.
I'm just sprinkles.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I am. If you are now obsessed with me, you can find me on platforms as a law-abiding citizen. And please know in the meantime that I love you, I adore you, I wish the best things for you. Please drink your Sky Juice, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Thank you so much for listening to Invitation to Hyperfixation. Again, I'm your host, Alaura, and I'm very, very grateful for you being here. This is a limited series podcast with about 10 episodes total, one episode dropping each week. You can find this week's guest socials linked down below, all the links to them along with my own. If you love the episode and wanted to share your own hyperfixation, I would genuinely love to hear from you, so please feel free to comment, share, email, or DM me. I can't wait to hear from you, and please feel free to follow along so you don't miss an episode. Please know that I love you, I adore you, I wish the best things for you. Drink your Sky Juice, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!